How y'all doing? Welcome back to your Southern Intuition. We're going to do a reading here for you, Aries, for the last half of October. And we're going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot. That's one of my favorites, absolute favorites. So we're going to see what is in store for you. Now, keep in mind, I do believe everything connects eventually. And if it is your message to hear, well, of course, then you'll do so. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. We're going to try to start doing this live stuff. I think it probably would fare better. I've really kind of been called to do this. So, and that's what we're going to do. Oh, you got some cards that are not wanting to show, some cards that are wanting to show. Let's see, for Aries, for Aries, Aries. Hey, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Is that what we need? What do we need? Oh, wait, we need one more. Aries, you need one more card, I'd say. One more, one more, just one more card. Close out the month. That's going to be that guy. Overall here, overall, Aries, let's see. Let me see these guys. All right. It doesn't really let me switch my video mode. It's kind of fresh. Maybe. Nope. Nope. This is just how we're going to have to deal with it until I get a little bit more educated into how to make this work. All right. Page of Wands is the overall for your reading. The Page of Wands is somebody that's very curious. Curiosity killed the cat, so they say. And if you see him here, he's got his knapsack on him and he's all about a new beginning, right? And it can be very exciting, but it can also be frightening, right? Because it can be intimidating to start on a new path. But the inspiration that you've got here as you being an Aries, and that's just who you are in general, that passion that you have is really going to help you take the first step here. And of course, it's intimidating. I really get the sense that you are very much intimidated about something completely new and different. And you know this, you do know this. And I think that you are just a little bit frightened here, but I don't think that's gonna let you stop you. I don't think you're gonna allow fear to even stop you here from following this new exciting path that you have laid out for you. And also think about it like this, if you've been waiting for a sign that it's time for you to follow that path, then this is definitely probably it. And that cat, you see that cat? You're looking back at that cat, and then you've got this little iguana. I'm not sure what he is. Is that an iguana? It's like a shapeshifter, shape color guy right there. I think that there's something here in this path, and you're looking back at that cat, and you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna go this way," and he's like, "Hey," and I don't know if you're kind of like stopping here and having a conversation here before you proceed. Hmm, I don't know. This page also could be somebody else, someone that's young and eager. It could also be, even someone that kind of acts like a child or has childlike tendencies, maybe a little immature. But either way, it's time. It's really time here to start this new path, ready to embark on it. Pages are often um they're often looked at here. as those that could need help or guidance. So this could be somebody that you meet on your path. And of course, this guy is not as powerful as what a knight or a queen might be. That doesn't mean that they can't be important. This page does represent a sense of eagerness. And who could use more of that, right? Perhaps it's time to just look at the past that you might be missing due to fear or hesitation and kind of give yourself that boost that you've been waiting for. You also have the Hierophant underneath here. Um, and it might have been because of some sort of belief that you had that you set out upon this, but then you was like, what for? What for? Because I think something has had you very stressed. But whatever that stress was, it's brought you into a place of self love. And then when you looked at this belief that you had that kind of made you afraid, I think that's where you decided to be like, what for? What the heck for? So let's start out. Let's see here, y'all. Let's see. You here? Oh, ah, the devil definitely representing a fear coming in here in the current moment for you with that devil energy. Ah, the devil. Hmm, the devil. You know that the devil that you don't know ain't no different than the devil that you do. Keep that in mind here. Uh, the devil made you do it. You could imply that, right? You can be like, "Oh, the devil made me do it." Well, I don't really think so. This is a handsome devil at that. And contrary to, he doesn't represent some evil being who's coming, outside to ensnare you. Um, you should probably ask yourself, what does this stand for? Because I think it's a fear. It's something that's holding you back. And if you look clearly at the aspects of your life, of relationships, jobs, patterns, whatever thoughts or behaviors that you might have, you might be clinging to things that harm you because it seems too difficult to walk away. And if the devil card represents a person who is bad for you, then hey, hello, sometimes it could. Perhaps it's time to stop kidding yourself and figure out, what are their intentions here? Maybe they're not very good for you and it's just time to walk away. And that bodes well again with your page here, like getting ready to start out on this new path. But no matter what the devil really stands for, it also tells you that you have the power to change things for the better. This is the energy that is coming here into your current moment. This could also be the person that you're dealing with. It could also just be the past of the situation. We're going to continue. And you get the 2 of Pentacles now. The 2 of Pentacles, what is that? What is that guy? He's all about balance. He's trying to balance, and I don't know about him sometimes because he's sitting there and he's trying to balance, but then he's got that black cat. That black cat there is about to about to mess him up, man. It is about to mess him up. Life really, is about a balancing act anyways. There's work, there's play, there's striving, there's resting. All things have their time and their place here. They really all do. Sometimes this card kind of shows up to remind you that you need to focus a little more on balance. Are you working too much? Are you playing too little? Is all of your focus really on an area of your life to the detriment of the other areas of your life? Then it could be that it's time really that you need to shift things around a bit. Maybe it's also an indication that you're just kind of worried too much with the devil energy there about getting everything right all the time. And really, if that sounds like you, then perhaps the Two of Pentacles is shown up to remind you that you need to cut yourself a little slack because no one gets it right all the time. And that's okay. That is okay. Somebody that would need money for food even would probably, get a job. Try to get a job, you know? This is a hobby. This isn't a place to, feed the hungry here. So Do I not take this new path? I'm kind of scared here. I really don't know how to do this, but you needing to balance that out is kind of what's stopping you. Yeah, definitely. You're holding on to something. That Four of Pentacles energy shows up here as, and there's that black cat again. I see that black cat. There he is. He's here in the devil. He's here again, trying to trip you up, and then there he is, actually trying to show you the way out. The Four of Pentacles is really that energy of holding back or the fear of not having enough. And that might be even more harmful than the lack of it itself. Like this person that was asking for $3 for food in the comments. It's very good to be cautious and careful with what we have, but there is such a thing as holding on tightly, and this goes for emotions as well as it does for money. Not having enough money can be scary. The question you need to ask yourself is, how much do I need to truly be okay? Are your concerns real, or are they based on the perception here of the lack because of maybe past experiences that you've had or fears for the future? Sometimes we really just kind of hold on tightly to what we perceive as necessary, that we miss the bigger picture. You might want to take a closer look at how you're